How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, giving this a shot here. Actually, it's the second time I've done it. I started yesterday using my VTOMAN power station to charge my EcoFlow power station, and it probably looks like the workings of an insane person just tossing power back and forth. But there's a method to the madness here. I woke up the other day, and my house batteries were completely done. I went into the app to check the voltage on the batteries under my bed that power all of my lights at that time, the diesel heater, the fans, what have you, right? And that morning I woke up and it was so dark in the van, it was immediately noticeable, because with my van and the way it's set up, there's always a little glow coming from somewhere, whether it's from a little USB cigarette lighter plug that's got an LED on it, or the controller for the diesel heater is glowing against the side of the fridge. You know what I mean? The only glow that I had was the glow from the little power button right here on the Glacier refrigerator. And that's because it's got its own battery that's removable and rechargeable and all of that. So what had happened was my batteries had gotten so low they had shut themselves down. I'm assuming the BMS inside is what tripped it. But I went into the Renogy app and it said 0 volts, wasn't detecting house batteries at all. Thank goodness, firing Lucky up and letting the DC-DC charger do its thing very quickly brought all of the statistics back, and I saw the charge going in. Then I proceeded to go for a 4-hour drive to give them a nice deep charge and bring them back to snuff. And the ultimate outcome that I've come down to here is that I got to stop charging the EcoFlow power station with my inverter, which is connected to the house batteries. It's too much of a draw. It's too hard on that system. Those batteries cannot handle that. I never used to do that, and that is the only thing that I can think of that I'm doing differently than I've ever done before. So my solution now is I'm just going to use the little VTOMAN Jump 1000 to charge the EcoFlow up every other day. The VTOMAN is easier to lug around. It's got a carry handle on the top. It's smaller. It's lighter. I can take that over to my cousin's house when I'm there for dinners, charge up the VTOMAN, bring it back, and then throw that charge into the EcoFlow. So it's just a little easier way of hauling these power stations around, well, instead of hauling the EcoFlow around. Speaking of my cousin, that's sort of what's on the docket today. I'm going to pick up a U-Haul trailer, and we are doing a purge of a whole bunch of junk from her garage. Yes, we already did that earlier this chapter at her old house when she moved, but some stuff has been allowed to accrue over basically the past year, and we just want to get it out before the snow flies and get the garage a little bit more organized. So that's on the docket, as well as, happily enough, maybe I should have led with this, I woke up and I had an email from the Aaron machine shop up the hill. The nut for the tow system, I would assume, is ready. They didn't call me or anything, but they sent me an invoice. And if you missed the video or don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you're subscribed and you got notifications turned on so you never miss a Vanlife Plus episode. Hang on, it's early in the morning. Revita. Did you like that subtle little turn, the label towards you? Not affiliated, just really like them. That's a different kind of taste. 20 minutes after you've brushed your teeth. And I'm not super opposed to it. Interesting. Anyway, they sent me the invoice and they were super kind. It looks like it's about $89. Originally, I was quoted at their hourly rate of $135. Clearly, the guy, Andrew, I believe, who did the job, did me a solid. So we're going to rip up there first, grab that nut. And of course, it's happening on a day where I've got a whole bunch of stuff to do with Lindsay, as opposed to a day where I could have just focused on getting the tow system put back together so I can stop doing this like musical vehicle situation. And I'm excited to be able to get out of the Walmart parking lot with both vehicles for a while. That'll probably have to be a tomorrow thing, because we sort of scheduled the day where I'm going to pick up the trailer. We're going to go to the house, load it up with a whole bunch of stuff, go to the dump, get rid of it. Then I'm going to drop the trailer back off and then go pick up Brooklyn to have our evening, because tonight is also a night where we would have dinner over at Lindsay's. So we will throw the VTOMAN into the Jeep once it is done. 23% left on it. I have the EcoFlow set to 500 watt charge speed, so it's not too crazy of a drain on the VTOMAN either. And that's pretty much going to be the day today, plus whatever other shenanigans we get up to. So depending on what the weather's like and how it is when I get back down to Lucky later tonight, maybe we'll put that tow system back together. Or that could be a tomorrow thing as well. In other news, unfortunately, actually, before we get to that, we better say hi to Penny. Hello, good morning, darling. Yeah, you all full of meat, Puck? Enjoying your spot up here on a swivel seat. You got your nice orange blankie. Yeah. You were even cuddling with me last night, weren't you? Yeah. You got our diesel heater on all last night because it's about 2 degrees Celsius in Calgary right now. It'll warm up later during the day. It was super cozy until it wasn't. I got way too hot, and then I had to turn the fans on to try to even out the temperature in here. And for the most part, my toes were still sweating. I should have just turned the heater off, but then the problem you run into is in the wee hours of the morning, you're usually quite chilly. But anyways, more so to the unfortunate news is, as I mentioned, I took Lucky on that 4-hour drive the other day, and I'd just done a brake job and a spark plug job on her, right? And everything performed fine. The drive out to where I went, no problem. The drive back, no problem. And then, of course, wouldn't you believe it, tooling around in the city yesterday, the grinding that I'd briefly mentioned that I thought was brakes was still there even after I replaced the brakes. So I don't know that it is 100% brake related. It's definitely more noticeable, or was more noticeable, when I would apply my brakes. But unfortunately, just a little bit of tooling around between here and Fish Creek Park and the gas station yesterday, the problem seemed to have gotten much, much worse. I was noticing this grinding sound, not only when I was braking and coming to a stop, but also turning and driving at slow speeds. So I got a lot of stuff coming up. My birthday weekend here, my family's going to be in town. I got my little girl for a whole handful of days as well. I don't know if we're going to do anything about it right now, but I don't have the patience to go back to a place and try to find the problem. So I think I'm going to have to book myself an appointment up at the mechanic shop Lucky went to last time and see if they can tell me what is what. I suppose a smart move might be to schedule it in for when we go to BC. And then they have Lucky. That's, at this point, that's 2 weeks away. Wait. 1, 2, yeah, well, a week and a half. That might be the best bet as opposed to just leaving Lucky at my cousin's house. But gonna have to figure that out sooner rather than later. As it is, Lucky's gonna be doing minimal driving because it's a very uneasy feeling. So that's what's going on with that, and then we will stay updated on that whole situation as it develops. For now, let's go get a nut. Alright, got everything loaded up. I'm gonna get up to the machine shop. The VTOMAN is dead, but it got the EcoFlow up to 95%. So this system should work, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Another reason it's important is because I kind of glossed over the whole morning when I woke up and the batteries were dead and everything was turned off. Yeah, that included the diesel heater, right? The screen wasn't illuminated because the diesel heater had no power, so it couldn't run. Not a problem right now, but give it a month or so and Calgary's going to be a little less hospitable. If you know, you know. I did also throw my tool roll and the sockets and everything to put the tow system back together if I do happen to find myself with time on my hands once we're done doing all of the running around with the trailer. I'd rather just be able to do that in case. But my big concern right now is that the nut's not going to fit. But I did leave him the old one, and even says on the invoice, left with sample. So this is just uncharted territory for me. I've never had anything fabricated. Also, since Lucky is kind of majoritarily, sure, stationary right now, bring my garbage and get rid of it when we go out in Grace. There's a squeaky garbage can lid. You, sir, could use some WD-40. Moving right along. Alright, and we are back. Fingers crossed this all works out the way that I really need it to. Oh, that's cool. Okay, let's see here. All right, so it's already on there. So it threads nicely. Excellent. There's our big ass bolt that we got in that entry of the vlog, and there is our new square nut. So again, I'm not going to bring you all up to speed, but basically this is the one that was in the old tow system, and when I took it all apart, and the reason I'm taking it apart is because I needed to replace a gasket. We really demolished the threads on both the nut and the OEM bolt. So the nut that we got at that other, what the hell was that place called? Just the nut and bolt supply place, I think, or bolt supply house or something. All right, and this threads on super nice. It's going to be a bit of a pain in the butt. This nut, this square nut, lives inside the shank that goes inside Lucky's hitch receiver of the tow system, right? So there you go. This is going to be a bit of a bear to actually, it might install better. I think what I'm probably going to want to do though is get some Loctite just to be safe. See, it's already getting hard to undo. I should probably stop farting around and not F it up. I don't think I could do that by hand. But I just remembered when I was in there waiting for them to come with my nut. I didn't bring the bloody gasket kit that I need. That's in Lucky. So I think we still have time to stop back at the van to get that before going to get the U-Haul. You can overthink all you want. You're probably mostly always overthinking. Gonna forget something. Out of curiosity though, I'm sure it does because I just lined them up and they look the same. Oh, I still got my grinder and everything back here too. This is the shank that we painted. That's where the nut lives. And the whole idea is that it can't turn inside here. This should work. And that comes down here, goes through there. We put a gasket on and it attaches to this bad boy there. All right, that's a future Matthew problem. Let's get the gaskets so we have them just in case. Hi, Penny. Just hanging out? Good girl. This is what we need. This right here. This is our little kit of nuts and washers. Hi, darling. See you so soon. Make good choices. All right, we'll put these up here for safekeeping, and then over here, going to there, and where the heck are we going? Lindsay sent me the email. All right, that's where we're going. Directions. Supposed to be there at 12:30. It's 11:49. 12 minutes. Lots of time. Here we go. I think we found it. Excellent. Well, we're a little early, so let's not take up any space. We'll just pull up alongside here and run out the clock, as they say. Now would be a time to maybe put it back together, but I don't think I could. Well, because of course. Oh wait, I can't do this. I don't have any thread locker or anti-seize or whatever. I'm probably not going to use anti-seize specifically. I will use a thread locker of sorts on the actual, threads of the bolt, because if it's a high quality thread locker, it should also provide protection against corrosion and rust and all that stuff. So hopefully in the future, if this thing decides to F off again, we can get it apart a little bit easier. I'm actually curious to see how hard it's going to be just to get this started by simply doing this. I just dropping this guy in here. He did not land right. Because the one tutorial video that I watched, this is going to be so tricky. The guy had to use his breaker bar to hold it down. You know what I mean? Like to apply pressure down the shank, so to speak. I don't know how I'm going to get this thing to stay right. Gravity's being a bit of a bee right now. Gentle, Son of a bitch. Can I just, oh, I can just finger it this way. Everybody just calmed it. Now my finger's stuck. Everybody panic. Nope, panic, because now there's a wasp effing with me. Get out of here. There. Son of a bitch. Okay, so I got it oriented correctly. Now, obviously, get out of my Jeep, you dumbass. I really gotta stop doing that with my microphone. Are you still working? The wasps didn't get the memo that it's bloody fall yet. So, right, like it's in there, but it just tipped up the wrong way. I just kind of have to work it around. There. So you can see those are the nuts threads, but how hard is this going to be? You know what I mean? Because as soon as I put this in, it's going to push against that. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that without applying pressure from this side. So there's a little nut. Hello, sir. You might have to wait until later. Yeah, I don't have a long stick to prod them with. Best of intentions. Moving right along. All right, I went in and did all the paperwork and everything for the trailer, and it's ready to go. I'm not a fan of this location, and I know it's probably not their fault, but I had to purchase a hitch for Grace now. 42 bucks. Now I'm the proud owner of a hitch. Hopefully it's the same size ball head as the boat trailer, and I don't have to take my spare tire off anymore. But yeah, I'm just a little upset about that. It is what it is at the end of the day, but at the last time I did this, they just let me borrow one. All right, Grace has a very large trailer on her ass. Here we go. Can't even get it in the shot. Is there that much stuff that needs to get thrown out? My goodness. Away we go. These U-Haul trailers are funny. They're very American, right? On the wheel well of the trailer, it says no faster than 55 miles per hour. I'm not a scientist. I don't have time to do math. Grace, I'm in kilometers per hour. Press the OK button. Over to miles per hour. Now we can keep it nice and accurate. We can also check and make sure all systems are good at the back by using this. With the backup camera. There we go. She's on there. Excellent. How you doing today? Not too bad. It's all pretty typical household crap, like old bikes and stuff. The one thing I got is an old 20-pound propane tank I gotta get rid of.
Right. You know your way to the bins?
Yes.
Yeah,
Everything's for the bins today? Awesome. Thank you, sir. Oh, good. Thank goodness. I much prefer going to the bins rather than going all the way up the hill to the actual landfill. So, yeah, it should make things nice and simple. I did leave the VTOMAN in the garage, though, after we got it all emptied out and plugged in. So it is charging up right now. Should be good to go by the time Brooklyn and I leave later this evening. All right. Ta-da-dump, 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 dump, dump, ta-da-dump, 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 dump, dump. I getting rid of the last time I was here. Oh, Lucky's old driver's seat. That's right. How you doing today?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good. Mostly normal stuff. Just got one propane tank that I'm assuming goes over there, right?
Okay. So, but no other chemicals, oils, paints?
No, nothing like that.
Match you then into 3?
Into 3, you betcha.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. There we go, bud. Heck yeah. All right, back to U-Haul and get you off the Irish Pirate Queen's bootay. Definitely gotten warm enough. I don't need my flannel. This is that weird time of year. I won't need it in the middle of the day, but come tonight, your services will be required again. I guarantee it. How's it going, man? Pretty good.
25.
On my card. Thanks, man. All right, 25 bucks. Purge the garage. Very good. Swing it about. Yeah, it's good practice for me. Backing up trailers has always been like a bit of a stressful thing for me, for sure. I do my best, but I don't know how long the trailer is. I'm gonna stop here and go return this sucker. A little further back. Okay. We got this. Yes. Get her off of my Irish Pirate Queen. Thank you very much. We are free. And of course, the hitch that I had to buy is a 2-inch ball, which is completely useless for me. Except for cases like this. So I guess the next time I need a U-Haul trailer. The boats are, I think they're like 1 7/8 or whatever. They're smaller. Bye-bye, U-Haul. Thank you for your services. Now, there's something that's been scratching at the back of my mind all day since I drove past it on the way out here. And we gotta scratch the itch. Hi, can I please get that Ruffles Crunch Teen Burger, no tomatoes, please?
Is that a combo for you today?
No, just a sandwich, please.
That's everything?
Yep.
I'll just need a holiday pizza.
Thank you very much. Because when A&W comes up with a burger that they put potato chips on, you obviously have to give it a shot. Even though I couldn't have just gotten a bag of potato chips and put it on the burger myself. Whatever. Thank you so much. You as well. Right. You know what's funny? This location is right near where I've been, hanging around for the majority of my van life. No idea. Had no clue the drive-thru was 24/7. Not that I find myself often jonesing for an A&W burger at, say, 3 a.m. in the morning, but it's just one of those fun little facts. All right. Speaking of lucky, though, we gonna go back there because I just got myself a burger, didn't opt for a combo, because oddly enough, I picked this up last night. Right over here. Haha. Boom. Feel like I probably given enough money to the Coca-Cola Corporation, didn't need to get another drink when we had some on hand in the good ship Lucky. Lights on. Yeah. Oh, it's like the perfect temperature in here too right now. Not too hot, definitely not cold, but warmer than it is outside. Yeah, no sound came out right there. All right, let's give this burger a shot. Ruffles Crunch Burger. No tomato. You see, this thing's just going to fall apart. Look at this thing. Oh. Look at that. Yeah. That's a burger with chips on it. A lot. It's actually like more obnoxious looking than anything else, but all right, I gotta get a bite with all the stuff in it.
You gotta take a bite with all the layers.
It's hitting the spot. It smells so good. That was the hardest thing I've done. Usually when I order food through a drive-thru like that, I'm mowing it right into my face hole immediately. But waiting to get here so that I would also have this to complement it, it was a challenge. Probably just because I was so darn hungry. Compliments to the chef. Yep, that's a burger I would get again for sure. Very, very tasty. Got everything on it you could possibly want, minus tomatoes, because yuck. Gimmicky burgers, yum, yum. So, I got a little bit of time now until I got to pick up Brooklyn, but I still don't have the thread locker, right? Because it would be a good time to haul everything into Lucky and try to reassemble it right now. But see the aforementioned reason that I don't have any thread locker. So we will put on the docket a quick trip to Canadian Tire to get the thread locker. And then once we're done our evening and we're back hunkered down for the night, that's probably when I will reassemble that hitch system. Just so it's out of the way and I don't have to worry about it right now. Because it's been disassembled for far too long. Yikes! So this system might not be the best system that I've ever had in mind. However, first, yeah. Oh, hey! She even got Pedro off of the top of Jasper. Good on you, girl. She's not here right now. Brooklyn and I just got here. I came over here to get the VTOMAN, which has been plugged in ever since I got here with the trailer. And yikes, it's only at 39%. This is not a fast charging system. 5 hours till it's full. Darn it. Well, I guess I have to find another option with a fast charge. The old VTOMAN that I gave Lindsay, the 1500, it's got fast charge, but it's just as heavy as the EcoFlow, so what the hell would be the point? Hey, well, charge up, sir. My Jeep lights? Yeah. Yep. How's it going, man? You guys close at 8 or 9? 9. Thank you. Okay, back in a good ship, Lucky. Decided to go with this orange thread locker specifically because it says that it's removable in the future, but still prevents loosening and vibrations and whatnot, because that's my biggest concern with this whole tow system, is that there's a whole F ton of vibrations that happen. Yes, I hear you. Do you need a meat puck? Is that what you want? Yeah? Yeah, we can probably make that happen. I think we have a meat puck, or at least half of one, right up here for you. Is that what you're looking for? Yeah, you want to have some chow before I start assembling this thing? There you go. There. Good girl. Yeah, that and little poop bags full of cat turds are why the garbage went in at the gas station before the dump today. You don't want that rolling around in your vehicle. Believe me. Well, she is chowing down there. I'll show off the VTOMAN here, and yeah, the entire time I was at Lindsay's, only got up to 62%. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is when it comes to that slow charge. So who knows? Maybe there's a maybe like a fast charge in Jackery or something is in my future. That's about the same size. I don't want anything bigger because this thing is heavy enough. So we will. Let me see. And I did use this a little bit after I was done my burger before I left. Down to 90%. So that's still plenty for this evening. Probably once I'm done, I'll watch some TV or play some video games. And then in the morning, I will use that to tippy-top it back up. But I'll ration the 62% for the next couple days until I'm back at Lindsay's. And that's just the way it's going to be for the foreseeable future. I was also toying with the idea, like, I could go to the library and plug it in there, but then who wants to sit there that long? Although some charge while I'm, like, editing is still better than none. All right, so this needs to be sliced open. Of course it does. And, oh yeah, one other thing. When we were cleaning out the garage today, I found this, which is a little makeshift table that was sent to me by Sharon forever ago. And actually I found myself recently in Lucky 2.0 needing something sort of in the back there for when I'm watching TV or playing said video games. It's a little schmutzy though, so we're going to see if we can get it cleaned the F up, because that's yucky nar. I don't even know what this is, just like garage schmutz or something. Let's hope a little bit of vinegar cleans it right up. Never really used this too much in the previous build. There wasn't any place to sort of store it. Oh, yeah, that'll clean up real nice. Not that there's anywhere to store it in 2.0, but, well, that's not necessarily true. Side of the bed comes to mind. That's one thing I have in spades, is real estate when it comes to my bed. Since this would primarily be used on the bed, I don't see why keeping it there would be a bad idea. Nice. Okay, cool. Getting stuff done. Nice cleaned up table. It was only that top side. You know what I bet? Well, that just smells like vinegar. But I bet you I know what this was. I had my oil drain pan in a garbage bag. It was near this in the garage. That's since gone the way of the dodo, because I don't plan on doing oil changes on my back here in the city ever again. I bet you this was leaning on it at some point, and that was probably old oil that dripped out onto it, would be my guess, and that's why it was so easy to clean off. All right. All done your dinner? Can you hold on to that table there for me? Thank you, sweetness. Actually, you know what? Here, I'll do you one better. You can even use the table, because I see you didn't finish your meat puck. So if the mood strikes while I'm reassembling the toe assembly, there you go. Yeah, exactly. I knew the mood was going to strike immediately. She's like, oh, breakfast in bed? Yum. Oh, Penny. You're very cute. Doing stuff in the tiny home here. I like more light. Can we get more light over here? Yeah, that's better. Thank you. All right, so working up here on our countertop, we're going to put some shop towels down just in case. There shouldn't be too many liquids other than the thread locker happening here. But, oh! Washer. Okay, that's good. That goes in there. I don't have gaskets. They're in the Jeep. What a lovely night for a stroll to the Irish Pyre Queen. For what feels like the upteenth time. They're not where I left them. Are you kidding me right now? Did I drop them down here? Where the hell are they? Oh no, they're in the back, right? Because we were farting around outside U-Haul. Hang on. You better be back here, you. Ah, yes. Very good. Okay. Crisis averted. My God. Ha! Huh. Closed? You never know. Okay. Ah, finally. Bringing everything full circle. So we got our big ass gasket here. We got the part that needs to meet with that. Was there a gasket or a washer? Should stop calling them gaskets. They're washers. It looks like there was one here as well. That exact size. I might have to go back and look at my own footage, but it looks like there was one there. That like that. Where's the bolt? This goes through there like that. Yeah, I think so. I think there probably absolutely was. And this one here, this is the sucker that was missing. And then that goes into there. Right? And that's what we've been trying to get back. Somehow that vanished off of the old version. So, okay. But now the tricky part. And we got to get thread locker on there. So, Put that to the side. Now I noticed that there's only, like, I know it will thread both ways, but one way seemed, yeah, way easier than the other on this square nut. Yeah, exactly. But there's no way to guarantee that it's going to land in here this way. Oh, and I need I'm gonna have to open the door up one more time. Oh, you know what? I could make sure that it goes in that way. It doesn't flip around on me. Let's get out the breaker bar here. Hello world, one more time. This will be our big pokey sticky. I'm just gonna poke you down there. Yeah, there you go, bud. That worked great. Okay, move those over there. Let's get this inserted back into the shank just to hold that nut. Okay. We're gonna need some of this thread locker on here though before we start doing anything else. Okay, bring this back out. And we're using 2043 to have a Leatherman. Cutting open your thread locker. Got it. All right, so I only really wanted it the like base here. So I'm gonna take this and we're gonna just dribble it onto the actual bolt. That should be good. You definitely don't ever need much of this stuff. That's what I've learned. All right. Sticky pokey. Hold the nut. That there. And then this would probably be easier if we were outside and actually had this in Lucky's hitch receiver, but it's going. Now, is it threaded on there enough is the question. Nope. What the actual? Come on, it'd be easier if I do it this way. There we go. Quality content. Quality content. Just trying to get it to grip that square nut. There. Oh, we got it. Perfect. I should have grabbed my impact gun, but I did not. So I'm just going to do this, and then we will use the big ass socket to finish it off. Probably don't need this in there anymore because the shank should now hold that nut and prevent it from spinning. We should be able to continue to thread this guy in. Yeah, he's going. Okay, it's getting a little tight now. I actually don't know if I will be able to do this without putting this back in the hitch receiver by the time we get down to the nitty gritty here. I'm gonna go into my tool roll here. We're gonna get the big boy extension. And now, which one was this? This is the really big socket, right? Not the 27. The 1 1/8, I believe. Yes. We're on loosen on this. Don't do that. Yeah, there we go. I mean, right now, I probably don't need this. I could probably just do this for now. Yep. We're not that tight yet. It didn't take long. All right. So now we're at the point where this is going to be very hard for me to do freehanding it like this. Like that's pretty good. You want this still to be able to, this still needs to be able to rotate and or like have articulation, right? This thing needs to be able to spin. But now that the washer's back in there, there's no wiggle, right? It's nice and tight. So maybe we'll hop out just once and give this a little bit of a crank, because I don't actually know what the torque spec is for it, but I can't imagine just this is tight enough. I'd use Grace's hitch receiver, but there's a new U-Haul hitch in there, isn't there? Hi, Lucky. I'll be gentle. Yeah, there we go. Still turn. Ooh, made it too tight. Loosen it up a little bit. There we go. This seems pretty good to me. Maybe we should look up the torque spec. All right, well, it's a deep dive to try to find anything, but one thing that I did find is somebody was asking a very similar question to mine about the actual toe assembly, and a response from somebody at Blue Ox was apparently there is no toe spec specifically for this stuff. You tighten it until the parts support themselves, but you can still move them, which is literally what is happening with this thing right now, right? It's supporting itself, there's no wiggle, but I can still turn it a bit, right? So that's kind of it. Now what needs to happen is this part here, there's a bolt that goes through here, which I have all that stuff over here somewhere, and that gets attached. Oh, gosh. Onto here. This sounds like a future Matthew problem. Not because I'm too tired to do it right now. Obviously, that's just a bolt and a couple washers and a nut, which is all in the kit that I purchased. But when I was painting, or like repainting the shank and everything the other day down at Fish Creek Park, I got distracted because it was raining, and I don't know if you can actually see that, but there's a bit of there. Yeah, there's still a silver edge that I missed right here. So that's just niche geet, darling. So I think we got to do something about that. Okay, and here, in the absolute utter darkness, there should be a can of spray paint still somewhere, but it's so dark in here, I don't know. Wait, did I put it in here? Oh, I think I did. There it is. Oh, beautiful. Well, first time for everything. That didn't take long. Obviously, I can't just leave it there. So, I don't think it's supposed to rain tonight. I'm just gonna put this up here because, quite frankly, it just wasn't much paint, but it still stinks. Actually, I guess if it does rain, the Thule will protect it. So there you go. Our touched up paint job on the Blue Ox shank drying. Thank you for your services, shop towel. Okay, actually, maybe we'll move the whole tow bar back into the Jeep just for the night too. There you go. Sleep tight. We'll see you in the morning. Now, in for the evening. Hi. Yeah. There's a lot of noise out there. Somebody's moving in. Hello, sir. How are you? Back it up. Welcome to Hotel Walmart. Okay. I don't like to turn my lights on when I reveal my windows, because even though they're tinted, at night when the lights are on in here, you can see in. Absolutely. Okay, so we're going to get our tools put away here. Got our sockets, our extension, and our ratchet back in the tool roll, just to stay as organized as possible right now. We will need these tomorrow. Inevitably reassemble all of this and hopefully take it all for a little bit of a test run. But again, with Lucky acting a fool as she is, girl, you have to be very careful about that. I don't know what's wrong, and it's not like, I mean, it's an old vehicle and there's a noise. Like, it is what it is. That's probably something else we'll have to do, is have to call that shop tomorrow and talk to them about appointments and all that good stuff. What else do we need to get ready? Let's put the gasket kit back where we got it from so we don't lose anything. All right, now we've got this thread locker, and where did the lid go? There it is. Don't lose that. You'll end up thread locking your fingers to the frickin' ceiling fan or something. Who knows? Poop bucket. Move the EcoFlow out so that I can put this table back down. This, there we go. EcoFlow back over here. Bro, I wonder if I'm gonna need the diesel heater tonight. What's the temperature supposed to be like? Hey Siri, what's the temperature gonna be overnight tonight? She's not talking to me, but she's telling me that it's going to be. She says it's 8 right. I think it's 8 right now. Yeah. But we're gonna get down to, only 5 tonight. I'm probably not gonna need the heater. If I do, I'll probably turn it on, fill Lucky with heat, and then turn it off. So I'm not sweating from my toes again. Woo! All right, Penny's dishes can come back down here. She did pretty good. You did pretty good finishing off that meat puck, little girl. Shocking. It's like you're a professional or something. Am I going to regret my life? Probably. If I put the VTOMAN up here. That's the only other thing, is it's using this new system, right? This thing takes up more room than the air fryer did, but that's okay. So we're figuring stuff out. We are figuring stuff out slowly but surely. Okay. Time for a wipe and a drinky poo. Why didn't I start with that? Leftovers. There you go. Excellent. Okay. Oh, yeah. Do the whole, get the water bottles ready for tomorrow. Put the shop towels back up here so they're out of the way. Ooh, yeah. Probably going to enjoy some chips and dip as well. Let's get serious. What was that? Stay hydrated. It's just the usual routine in Lucky, and don't mind me. Go. While that's filling, I could probably fill my vinegar bottle. Oh, I just spilled it. This is what I get for going too fast. My God, slow down, man. Well, there's not even a lot of vinegar in there. Well, that's a good excuse to do the nightly Walmart walk, I guess. Although technically this will hold me over till tomorrow, no problem. I use a lot of vinegar, but not that much in one night. I guarantee that. There's no room for this. How is there no room for it? Yo. This is done. In the fridge. I did discover this the other day. It turns out my TV does adjust back and forth, just like my old one. So that's good to know. I was complaining about that not too long ago. Bloody refrigerator, you're upstaging me and making this more difficult than it needs to be. I don't want you right now. I'm on to adult beverages. See you tomorrow. This over there. Yep. Unbelievable. Tighten that up a little bit. That's a gasket. Gasket versus washer. It's very important to know the differences. Come up here, grab ourselves one of these bad boys. Oh. And that's going to be pretty much it for tonight. And we will check on the shank in the morning. And get that tow bar reassembled. I'm just glad I was able to get done as much as we got done today on everything. Felt good to get the garage tidied up. Looking great. I'm sure Lindsay's loving that. I got the nut for that thing and slowly barreling towards the end of Chapter 4 here on Vanlife Plus. It's going to be a interesting month with everything that's coming up. I just hope the good ship Lucky has the decent sense to get her poop in a group. Because if you don't, I'm going to do it for you. Because really, at the end of the day, what choice do you have? Anyway, everybody, I'm going to leave this one here. And I will say, until the next one, just go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves. Most importantly, be positive. And remember, when you have disposable gloves, use them!